Christmas.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Box, the exciting show where we open a box and decide if the box rocks or if it's a box full of rocks.
I don't know if this is going to be a good episode.
This pillow is fucking useless shirt.
Yeah.
Grid is live. Initiate.
Excellent! I'm not interrupting anything, am I? Bogus.
Are you telling me that you built a time machine? Kind of a DeLorean?
My name's Norman Bates.
Oh, man, I'm so excited. I may vomit.
Merry Christmas, movie home!
We came, we saw, we kicked his ass.
I'm just not the hero type, clearly.
Everything's under control. Situation normal.
Oh, well. Let me go in and say hi.
Hail to the king, baby.
Hello.
Hello.
We're doing a show.
Looks like bacon to me.
It's Sunday, April 11th, 2021. This is the Sunday evening Unwind. Normally we have a resplendent panel of hosts and guests. And tonight, dear readers and viewers at home, you're stuck with two of us only. Because everyone else had things to do, but my philosophy is show must go on. So here we are. We have no topics. We have nothing to discuss. We have no plan. And we're just going to see how it goes. So, how's it going?
I mean, you're with me, so it could be worse.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine. Like, if I was given a choice, like, hey, you get to co-host a show with just one other person, I don't know if you would be my first choice or not. I need to really deliberate, make a list of pros and cons, ascertain if that is how I want it to be or not. And I don't know. I can't say. I haven't done the experiment. I have not even yet to form the hypothesis. So.
Where's Brandy to tell you that you are absolutely wrong? Like, I see her in the chat. Brandy, I'm going to need you to help us out there, kiddo. Just tell him he's wrong. Thank you. We are the best and the only crew on the internet tonight. Thank you. Because everybody else is watching WrestleMania and doing stuff.
I don't care about WrestleMania. So before we talk about stuff that we don't have to talk about, let's talk about a few channel notes because I got some really exciting and important things to discuss. First of all, bacon.
Bacon.
Best food in the world, the official food mascot of the PJ Campbell Network. Get some at your local grocery store. Second of all, I know we've been saying for a long time that Book Nook 3 would be this week. However, it has been pushed back till Tuesday, April 20th, because I don't have the mental capacity to prepare for Book Nook right now. If you know what I've been going through, you know I am not going to air my grievances here on the Sunday evening Unwind. I am trying to use these shows as a distraction, but that particular book and the film are emotional and complex, and I just don't have the bandwidth. So myself and Dwayne and Danny will be with you on Tuesday, April 20th. For our Book Nook Watch the Book crossover event where we will be discussing Kazuo Ishiguro's Never Let Me Go and the film adaptation by Mark Romanek. Wednesday night, Suddenly Soundtracks is back with host Chris Clark. They're doing a show called Off the Record, which is essentially the normal format of Suddenly Soundtracks, but instead of breaking down a soundtrack album, they're going to break down a regular album. This time it's Queen's Innuendo. And Chris will be joined by the biggest Queen fan I know. And I ain't talking about RuPaul's Drag Race. I'm talking about Freddie Mercury. And that is PLD, who is in the chat. What's up, PLD? So if you like Queen, you like Chris Clark, and you like PLD, whether or not you blame him for everything that goes wrong in your life, which I do. Like, if you're aware of what I've been going through, it's fully PLD's fault. him and I have discussed it. He takes responsibility. So, anyways, that's Wednesday. Tomorrow night, we're doing a watch along of Kong Skull Island. This was supposed to be this past Friday. It didn't happen because of the technical errors with the pay-per-view event. We would have had to start the watch along at like midnight, and that would not have been good for anybody. So if you want to watch some big monkeys fight some stuff with us and John C. Reilly be goofy, that'll be tomorrow at 7 Pacific, 10 Eastern. Friday, I'm so excited. This is something that has been in the works a long time on this network. And first of all, it's important to note that Friday, April 16th is Rachel Silvestrini's birthday. Rachel is one of my best friends. In fact, last Sunday, 1 week ago today, I can't believe it's been a week already, me and Amber and Rachel and this other very cool guy named Dana, who you at home probably don't know, although you may have seen him in some of the chats, went to the beach and we hung out and we got Taco Bell and it was a lot of fun. Day. It was a great day. I got sunburned. I got wet. It was awesome. Because of the ocean.
Oh, okay. I feel like it's you, so you need to specify.
Because of the ocean. Remember, we were standing there and it splashed, and I was like, "Oh, I'm wet."
And I also kicked water on you.
You did.
I do remember that.
You were very mean.
I'm a 37-year-old child. I understand this, and I'm okay with it.
You punched me in the stomach. You pushed me over. You beat the crap out of me. I still have bruises. Anyways, Friday is Rachel Silvestrini's birthday, and in honor of that, we are doing a brand new show on the net. You've frozen in a very unbecoming way. A show on the network called Show Me Naughty. This is the first ever dating show in the history of the PJCN. We have 30, I repeat, 30 eligible bachelors lined up of all genders, of all species, of all everything, who will be vying for a shot at love with Rachel Silvestrini. Friday's show will be a live pilot episode with a few potential suitors, and we'll talk about it. And if everything goes according to plan, this is a show that is going to be multifaceted and run for quite a while as it permeates all aspects of the PJ Campbell Network. So be sure to tune in to celebrate Rachel's birthday with Show Me Naughty. A couple other minor notes. We do have a TeePublic shop with all sorts of fun stuff, like this great MHCN shirt that my lovely friend Keon here is modeling for us. Check it out. See if there is some merch you would like to buy. We also have a Patreon. There are a multitudinous tiers. You get access to our Discord, a monthly exclusive AMA stream, behind the scenes content. If you like BoxBox, you get a monthly show called Bloop Bloop, which is all the bloopers from BoxBox. Monthly audio commentary, etc., etc., etc. And of course, thank you to all our patrons. We could not do this without you. Our executive producers, Brandy Parker, Brandon Buckingham, and Ricardo Franco. Our gold producers, Sean Wingblade and Mike Kay. And our producers, Quiz Show himself, Jeff Alterman, Stephen White, Kale the Youth Critic, Bedore, Jake Berlin, Anton Putra, Tyler Birch, Patricia Carrillo, Chris Pokernoy, She-Ra Potato, Ferris Muthana, who exists, Molly Damon,
he does,
and Beth Harris, and our newest producer patron, Captain Dancy Bacon, who is here with us today. I could just leave him up the whole show, and he's just like, but I'm not going to.
Keep it wild.
Bold claim, this will be better than The Bachelor. Well, how about that? Yeah. Likes are good. We got a lot of people watching. It's even better if you like, subscribe, hit that little bell so you always know when we're live. Speaking of quiz show, we got Jeff here in the chat. Let's see. What else? I don't know. Yes, Rachel is the greatest. Rachel is the best. I love Rachel. Yeah. So there we go. And yes, the MHCN is superior to WrestleMania. So now what?
I think we're supposed to unwind.
Oh, yeah. I feel really wound, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, for obvious and understandable reasons.
Yeah. How wound are you feeling tonight?
Not. I have a really comfy new chair.
It's true. I saw photos of it. It does look nice.
It is really nice.
Those look like new headphones also.
Yep, they are new headphones.
I can see
They're
you're
very
upping
nice.
you're upping your streaming game.
That is a thing. That did happen.
Clearly, if you can get a brand new gaming chair and new headphones, LGR is paying you too much.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to hit up Hambone and Ferris and Bedore and be like, yo, stop overpaying your girl. She can't keep buying this shit.
Yo, I would like to actually be able to start a new career of just doing this. Thank you. That'd be good. Oh, see, Brandy said it. This is what we should do. We should break down our pop culture watching and reading for the week.
That is how we always
it's a thing we do.
Start. So Amber, as our not really guest, co-host tonight, why don't you tell us about your week in pop culture? And most importantly, to what extent was Hank Mardukas involved in your pop culture week?
He is on the list. That is something that I did this week. I watched I Love You, Man. Actually, I think Friday during the day, because Hank Mardukas. I watched Back to the Future 2 and 3 because yes. And today I watched Assassination Nation. So that was interesting. It was really weird and kind of fun. I walked into a thing and I ended up watching something on Shudder. And anybody who knows me, I'm not like a really big horror person, but yeah, I did it. I made it through it. It wasn't so much horror as more like a thriller. It was pretty good. Lots of blood.
Lots of blood.
Like, ooh, Joel McHale is in it.
That's weird.
Like,
doesn't seem like the type of thing he would show up in.
And yet there he was. I was like, this is not your normal comedy role, sir. But as for like games, I played Animal Crossing and I play a game called Marvel Future Fight, and I'm
gotta do your
pretty
dailies.
into that. I gotta do my dailies. That's the thing. As for shows, I finished How I Met Your Mother. I started Lost as a rewatch because I watch things during work, and of course, I watched Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Previously on Lost.
Yeah, previously on Lost.
That guy's voice every time. I'm like, oh my god, what's wrong with you? Why are you so?
I can't wait to get to the middle of like season 3 where nobody has any idea what's going on, and they're like, "Well, we had a writer's strike, so
yes,
these people got bitten by spiders and buried alive. Cool, awesome, can't wait for that."
Nikki and Paula.
Hey, and as for books, and I actually have viewing material. I'm still reading A Promised Land by Barack Obama because that's how we roll. I got this today. Back from the Future by Brad Gilmore. Kind of excited about this. Can't wait.
Does it look like this?
Look, it's the Bradley Gilmore wrote a book hour. Hey!
Oh, he did write a book, and I have to say, consistently surprised that man was capable of putting pen to paper and producing words.
He speaks really quickly.
I know.
I know you know.
But
I was like,
look,
Brad,
I got
to
nothing but love and respect for Brad Gilmore. He is my commissioner in the FCL. The commish.
I also ended up getting this because of him.
Oh.
I am in love. It's amazing. It's like Doc's journals and schematic. Like it's a Haynes manual of the DeLorean.
That's awesome.
And then I found this on Amazon for $9, and you can't turn down another Haynes manual about the Falcon because it's so pretty.
Can tell you what to do with all of those knobs and levers in the Millennium Falcon cockpit.
And I'm just going to ignore that because moving on. No, I mean, it's fine.
You can read into things whatever you want to. That doesn't mean I meant anything by it. I think that says more about where your mind went than what I was trying to say.
Haven't we already established that I basically live in the gutter and everybody on this network does? What?
It's almost like it's our brand. So was that your entire pop culture week?
Yeah.
All right, let's see. So I've been reading the Court of Thorn and Roses series. I'm on the second book, which is lovely.
My favorite book.
I'm going a little slower than I normally would because, again, struggling to have the bandwidth to focus on reading. But I love the first one, and I have the second and third and fourth, and I'm excited to keep going on that. It's been a good distraction.
Can you get the fifth one soon? Because you're going to be plowing through all of them.
So many jokes I am opting not to make when the phrase plowing through is presented to me. Yes, I will get the fifth one as soon as it's time for me to plow through it. Let's see. I just watched the new episode of Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist because although I missed the last episode, I am on Rachel Silvestrini's Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist after show, which is tonight at 1:15 a.m. Eastern because of West Coast. where we will be talking about tonight's episode with our good friend Lindsay Payne. I cried about 4 times during the episode, and it also had maybe the funniest musical number in the history of the show. So roller coaster of emotions. So if you aren't tired of my adorable face, head over to Rachel's YouTube channel tonight at 1:15. Let's see what else. I don't know. I watched the film Shiva Baby, which I loved. It's only 77 minutes long, and it's written and directed by Emma Seligman. And basically, the entire film takes place at a Shiva. If you aren't familiar, a Shiva is basically a Jewish equivalent of a wake. After a funeral, you go over to the house of the deceased, and there's bagels and food, and you talk and remember the person who died. And this might be the most nerve-wracking, uncomfortable, awkward, non-horror movie I've seen in a long time, to the point that the score for the film would have fit in something like Midsommar. As a Jew, I was particularly connected to it because I think it has like a really distinct cultural identity that resonated with me. I was like, I've met these people. I've been talked to in the way these people are talking to people. I've been at this event. I didn't run into my sugar daddy and his wife and kid at a Shiva, which is sort of the inciting incident of the tension of the film. But it is very darkly funny, really, really well made. It doesn't waste a single of its 77 minutes. And the lead actress, Rachel Sennott, is incredibly good. So if you're looking for a new film to check out, it's like $4 or $5 to rent on iTunes or Amazon, and it's really, really good. And yes, as Jeff said, it is so good. Maybe my favorite new movie of 2021 so far. It just really hit me in a very particular place. Yeah, this is a good point. I can't tell if it's a comedic horror film or a horrific comedy. It is a horror movie, but there's nothing scary about it. It's like human horror. It's like how awkward moments can be, the tension that can arise just from poor choices that may have been made when you encounter people who you don't want to be encountering. But it's really good stuff. I don't know. I think that's about it. I haven't been watching much TV.
You've been spending a lot of time in Zoom and StreamYard. I know where you've been.
Oh, that's okay. Yes, I had. I did get very drunk last night. After happy hour aired, hanging out with some people. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it.
You did.
And the baseball season started, so I've been watching some baseball. Although today's game was rained out. I also ate a lot of bacon because bacon has been on the mind.
Yes.
And a lot of Taco Bell, because Taco Bell has also been on the mind. Those have been my coping mechanisms. My coping mechanisms.
Became a totally different show, guys.
It did.
It's like,
My coping mechanisms have been Taco Bell and bacon. So.
I mean, those are my coping mechanisms too. That's okay.
Yeah,
that works.
It does.
But yeah. So yeah, what do we want to talk about?
I don't know. Anyone in the chat have anything they'd like to hear us pontificate about? Because Lord knows I can go off.
Hey, it's Danny.
What's up, Adelia? What's up, Danny?
Adelia. Yay.
Oh, beautiful people in the chat. Let's talk about Adelia. I
love Adelia. She's watching WrestleMania with the LGR crew right now.
Adelia is an absolutely wonderful human being. I hope that everyone gets to know her better. I think she is one of the beacons of light and positivity in this community that we are all sort of a part of. I have absolutely loved seeing her put herself out there a little more, doing these Falcon and the Winter Soldier reviews. I'm so proud of her, and I think she has such great insight and so many wonderful things to say. And I just want Adelia to know that you are appreciated and you are seen and you are valued and you matter and your voice has worth. And I am loving seeing you flourish, and I hope that you will let us continue to shower you with praise as you continue to flourish in front of our eyes. Because I know within a couple months, you'll be right here with us on the Unwind talking about bacon and plowing through things and all sorts of silliness, and not just Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
But I'm so proud. Literally, it's all come about so that she could she flourishes because she is definitely a Marvel nerd, like an MCU nerd.
Mhm.
But oh my gosh, we should do a rundown on anything Lord of the Rings. She knows more Lord of the Rings than anybody else that I know.
I think it's okay to say I was in a study session last week because, I am part of the FCL and I'm starting to study and work on things. And some Lord of the Rings questions came up. And, IG is not my specialty. I know some real surface level stuff. I can hang with certain categories. No, I'm not going to say which categories because I don't want any potential competitors to know my strengths and weaknesses. But Adelia's mind, as far as Lord of the Rings is concerned, is incredible. She knows shit that, I was just astounded by the depths of her very specific and wonderful knowledge. And I think it's great. She's the type of person who, when she's super passionate about something, she embraces it and learns it and loves it. There she goes. Lord of the Rings is my jam. I will not deny. And nor should you, because because Lord of the Rings is dope.
All that bourbon broke you.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm okay.
But Adelia, you're my Jamalim. I love you.
Aw.
You're my sister.
Adelia, I'm going to go into the kitchen right now. I'm going to make some toast and I'm going to spread you all over that toast like jam.
That's delightful and also awkward. Moving on. I was going to say, we're going to get her on camera again because we've been trying to do the Night Sisters for Let's Get Ready. And it literally started off as a stereo show. And then, we tried to figure out how to put all three of us on stereo, but it wasn't working the way that we wanted to. But then Adelia started getting on camera with us, and I love that. Hopefully soon Bedora will be done with onboarding at her new job, and we'll be able to do this. See, you should show that one. Just go ahead. This is the response to the jam comment. Okay, that was a little weird, Maxwell.
So yeah,
I hear her saying it in my head.
I've been a little aware of the Night Sisters, and I'm really excited for it because two of the three hosts of it are two of my three favorite people in the world, Adelia and Bedore. And then there's the third host, which, whatever. I guess I can tolerate that person if it means I get to watch Adelia and Bedore. So.
Why am I here again? Do you want to unwind by yourself?
Not really.
That was mean. He's so mean to me, guys.
You pushed me into the ocean.
You deserved it.
Oh. Okay.
Clutch your pearls.
Listen, Ferris, I do not need you involved in this, okay? Stay in your lane.
Ferris.
Stay in your lane, bro. Also, hi, Ferris.
It's all right. He threw the
She did.
I did.
Pretty much push me into the ocean, yeah.
And then kicked, I literally turned around and kicked water at him, and everywhere, all over him. He got so.
Again, as I said before, whilst we were at the beach, I was very wet.
See, it sounds like you want to cry about it, so you should just get out your tiny little CD player.
I have no tears to shed for you, ever.
Okay.
Look, if we need to call 911, all we need to do is call you, buddy. You know the number.
Let's see what Brandy said is accurate, though.
So let's see. What do we got here? Yeah, so I have seen Lawrence of Arabia. I am aware that you saw it on the big screen today on 70 millimeter. I am disgustingly jealous. When people are always like, what are the films you most want to see on the big screen? Lawrence of Arabia is always very high on my list. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous film. Hopefully I get to have that experience someday in the future. Have you seen Lawrence of Arabia, Amber?
I've not.
That's
one that I need to see.
Doesn't surprise me.
Ferris, I know it says you would like to report a murder at the address of the Pajukin. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna go find him, and it's gonna end.
I'd like to see you try and find me. That sounded like a dog. I was like, wait, is PJ here? Is that Dipper?
No, that was me. I growled at you.
Okay.
Anyway, continue.
I don't know what else to continue about.
I don't know. I got a new chair. I got new headphones. It's cool.
We talked about that. You don't have to show off all
Yep.
your shit. You're not James Franco in Spring Breakers. Look at all my shit.
I did not come here for this abuse.
I got
came here
shorts in every color. Well, how about you ask questions in the chat, because we're really running on fumes here today without much to talk about. It's just nice to have somewhere to be and not wallow in my misery right now. So
Brandy said more love. Give love. Giving love is the way of the unwind. So
all
give
right,
love.
let's talk about Brandy. Brandy is one of the best people I know, period. I recognize I've never met her in person, yet I feel very close to her. I think she is an incredibly kind, sweet, supportive woman. I know that if I never, ever need anything, she'll be there for me. I know that she is always up late. So when I'm up late and I need someone to talk to, I could send her a text and she'll drop what she's doing and make me feel better. And I think that just speaks to her incredibly large heart and her compassion and empathy. I just think she's such a cool person. I love hanging out with her. I think her hair has gotten so long that I hope she never cuts it. Let's just see how long that hair can get, Brandy. She is the cocktail queen. Her home bar is the most outrageously resplendent home bar I have ever seen in my life. Like, if you need any sort of alcohol or alcohol accoutrement, Brandy's got it. So, what do you think about Brandy, Amber? I've been waxing poetic. Let's hear you send some love her way.
Brandy's amazing. Brandy is literally like the cheerleader for this entire community, and I don't just mean the PJCN. Like, everywhere I go, Brandy is, and she's in more places than I am, so that's amazing. And like, I literally, yes, alcohol bar is resplendent. That is a great word. Good job. $10 to you, sir. Like, it's just, I've never met anybody so supportive. Like, she is literally the most supportive person out here. So yeah, see, PLD's got it. Brandy is a support system for the community. It's true.
I want to talk about that a little bit, because undeniably she is an incredible support person. But I think I don't want her to just be framed as a support system, because I think that also ignores everything that's just great about her as herself.
That is a fair
yes,
statement.
Her support is amazing. She's got all of our backs. She promotes our stuff more than we promote our own stuff. She's always ready with the link. But as I was saying before, just as a human being, she is the best of us because of her intelligence and wit and optimism. And she lights up the room, and she needs to be appreciated for who she is, not just what she supports and what she loves. So make sure you put respect on Brandy's name in every which way. She is truly the best of us.
We're getting ocean questions.
Yeah, so the ocean was actually very cold. It was a sunny day. It was in the mid-70s, but there was such a breeze that it was actually freezing. And I was the only one intelligent enough to have brought a hoodie to the beach. So while everyone was like, I'm cold, I'm like, I got my hoodie. But then Rachel Silvestrini stole my hoodie and wore it for most of the day. So then I was like, I'm cold.
I wrapped myself up in a towel and I was fine. So wah to you. Also, Keon asked if there was a sandbar in the ocean. There probably is one. We were at the Canaveral National Seashore, like just like in the Kennedy Space Center, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So we could see the launch pads from where we were. But
were there to have been a space shuttle launch, we could have watched it from the ocean.
Yeah, they use it for shuttle, or well, not shuttles, like rocket launches, because they don't do that anymore, sadly. But yeah, so it was. I don't think like we could see the sandbar, but there's one a little ways out, and the actual sand floor goes out a little ways. Like, it dips, and then there's just straight flat for maybe about like 40, 50 feet. But I love that beach. It's so quiet, and there's hardly ever anybody there. And the worst bathrooms on the face of the planet. What?
Okay, first of all, yes, it was delightfully empty and quiet, so I could be as loud as the hell I wanted to be, which is my favorite way to be, because I am a loud human man. Second of all, the bathrooms were fucking disgusting. I hope I never have to go in those bathrooms again. Third of all, I was at another beach the next day, and it was far busier and far more bougie, and I much preferred the quiet Canaveral beach than the bougie beach club.
Yeah, because I mean, we can get over the bathrooms if it means that we have, good friends and good fun and stuff.
In fact, we might have even have come up with a brand new show idea on the beach, but we're not ready to divulge our secrets yet. So just stay tuned to your favorite channel to see what that might be. How is New York going? I moved to Brooklyn in December, so I feel now like I've fully acclimated to my new neighborhood. I love it. I think this is the happiest I've ever been living in New York. I love this neighborhood. It's like very non-homogenized. There's a Starbucks and a couple of things here and there, but it just feels more I don't know, organic and artisanal and just fun, and a lot of young people, a lot of families. I'm very close to the bridges and the park. So I walk out of my building and I just immediately get the breeze off the river, and it's lovely. It's quite nice.
I can't wait.
Quite nice.
Can't wait to be taken on a tour by my resident New Yorker.
Someone's giving you a tour?
Mm-hmm. I'm supposedly coming up there in September.
Oh, interesting. Mm-hmm. I wonder where you might stay. I wonder where you might stay and who you might see.
I have no idea.
I can recommend some really nice hotels.
Okay. I mean,
room service,
the company
massages.
that I work for has a resort.
Oh, you work in hotels?
Okay.
Okay.
I may. Real life, yeah.
Interesting to
Resorts,
know. Okay.
timeshare type deal. Yeah.
Good to know.
Brandy asked a good question.
If you could pick one stage show to see with each other, which one would you pick? Wicked. No question about it. Easy peasy.
No, I had 3 of them. I know the
Go
3.
ahead.
So 2 existing ones. Wicked, yes, absolutely. All I've ever wanted to do is walk into the Gershwin and see that. Hamilton, because Hamilton is my favorite stage show. And I mean, I want to be in the Rogers.
You are
I want to
not
be in the room
throwing away your shot.
Ever. I want to be in the room where it happens. And the 3rd one, The Great Comet.
You mean this Great Comet?
I knew it was coming. Yep, that one.
I am permanently branded with the aforementioned Great Comet. And since you can't see it, right here, my hand's here.
Hello, my name is Max and I'm a show off. I mean, that's amazing. I love it
Signed
so
by
much.
signed by everyone in the cast, including Joshy Grobes himself. Really nice stuff.
That's Joshy Grobes. That's crazy. I love it so much. Oh, sorry, continue.
Listen, I can kick you off here and do the show by myself. No problem. Only his closest friends call him Joshy Grobes, so, you know. Yeah, so I don't necessarily want to divulge 100% specifically where in Brooklyn I live, just in case there's any deranged stalkers, but I am in walking distance from where those Brooklyn Live events were, and I'll leave it at that. So if it's ever to happen again, the after party will be on my roof. Invitation only. And yes, I only said roof because that's how PJ says it. It's a roof.
I say roof too.
Well, great.
It's a roof. Tell me about Florida.
You want me to tell you about Florida?
I want you to tell me about Florida.
Are we in
Florida?
Florida. All right, let me tell you about Florida. So I grew up in Florida. I grew up in South Florida amongst the Altacacas, which is what us Jews call the old fucks, the blue hairs. You know, you never knew how many accidents you were going to get in on 95 because these fucking people couldn't even see over the steering wheel. They were so decrepit. They're like, oh, I got to go and get my medicine at the pharmacy, Mort. But you know what? They never made it to the pharmacy to get their medicine because they crashed their car and exploded on 95. Quite tragic. I like Florida. When I was 18, I left. And I said, I hate it here and I'm never going back. And now that I'm getting older, I definitely see the appeal of being able to go to the beach any day and the palm trees and the sun. And
also Disney World.
Disney World is a place that I enjoy very much. And I do believe I will be going there in the near future. You're not invited. Don't even ask. It's like,
I have admission Disney.
Very presumptuous of you to ask.
I didn't ask. I don't need to go with you. You're fine.
I could see it. I could see you formulating the question in your mind, and I just wanted to nip it in the bud before.
Are you delusional?
A little bit, yeah, but I've been told that's one of my best qualities.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. No, I can go to Disney whenever I want because I live 40 minutes away from there.
Good for you. I'm so
yes,
happy.
Orlando is kind of a dump, though.
I'm so happy.
I don't live in Orlando.
No.
Well, great. Cool. The next time you're here, I'll just go throw cookies at you since you seem to want one.
Question from one newly minted Taylor Swift fan to another. Thoughts on a re-recording of Fearless? I have not listened to it yet, but I'm excited to.
I have listened to parts and I love it.
I did burn. I did light and burn my Taylor Swift candle today. I really needed that. I did light and burn my Taylor Swift candle today because I needed that very particular energy that only Queen Taylor herself can send my way to help me achieve some clarity and sense of purpose. And readers, pretty good stuff. I recommend her candles. Do you know about Florida Man? Yes, the Florida Man is cousins with the Muffin Man. He lives on Drury Lane.
No, but we'll just pretend. It's fine.
Question. No. Question. If you're coming to vinyl and cocktails at my place, what vinyl would you pick?
Ooh.
I have two that came to mind, but I'll let you go first, Amber.
No, you go, because I have to think about this.
Okay. First of all would be Riot by Paramore. Second would be Rumors by Fleetwood Mac, maybe the most perfect album ever made. Every song fucking slaps on that album.
Okay. I mean, so I think I have to think about this. Keep talking.
You want me to keep talking? All right, let's see. Who should
direct? You do a great job of keeping talking.
Listen. I know where you live. I'm not afraid to come over there and...
You just told me you weren't going to come see me and I wasn't invited to Disney, so I don't care if you know where I live.
I'm going to come in. I'm going to push you in the ocean next time to get even.
Oh, no.
And then you'd be all wet.
That's what water does to a person.
It's true. Who should direct the Muffin Man movie? I'm glad you asked this question, Diego. I've actually spent a long portion of my life contemplating this question, and I have come to the realization that there's only one man who can truly capture the existential journey that the Muffin Man suffers on a daily basis. You know, he has this like little ditty that kids sing, but no one really understands the pain and agony that he feels on the inside, how he just wants to be seen and appreciated for everything about him other than his very muffinness. And thus, the director for the job is Jim Jarmusch. Very much in the black and white style of Dead Man.
Okay, so if I could have a vinyl, like my vinyl would be Black Holes and Revelations by Muse. Done.
What a great album. One of my favorites of all time. One of my favorites of all time. Whoa.
Starlight is one of the best songs ever.
Were we really on the same page there, Diego, with our Jim Jarmusch? I didn't even see your comment, and that was what came to mind.
That's so funny.
It's so fun. I mean, clearly that means he's the man for the job.
Thank you, Brandy. Thank you. I got you, fam. Because Starlight is one of the greatest songs ever.
When the song Starlight starts playing, I cry every time. And I've seen Muse live many times, and I'm always like, so if you want to see me cry, take me to a Muse concert.
Did you cry in my car when it came on?
Yes, I did.
Oh, I was too busy driving into the sunset. Literally.
Rachel Silvestrini held my hand and stroked my hair and said, "It's gonna be okay, Maxwell. It's just a song."
It's one of my favorite songs ever, but everything about that album is wonderful. So just
yes,
Night to Sidonia is absolutely
Well, if you watch this network a lot, Chris Clark has the show Suddenly Soundtracks. In January, we did a show, our top 10 favorite songs, and Knights of Sidonia was on my list.
I'll have to hear the rest of the 9. Was there a Paramore song on there?
Of course there was.
Which one?
That's What You Get.
That's fair.
Yeah, it is fair.
It's a great song.
It is fair. So a Michael Bay Muffin Man movie could be exciting, but I'm sort of dreading that in that he would cast Ryan Reynolds as the Muffin Man, and I just don't think he has the gravitas to pull off what I envision the Muffin Man as being. And so if we want to go with that sort of like bombastic action director, I would maybe go Zack Snyder. I think Zack Snyder's Muffin Man with Jason Momoa as the Muffin Man, that could be something worth seeing.
I honestly wouldn't mind the Michael Bay Muffin Man though, because there would be
go
explosions.
see it without me.
I was already going to.
Okay.
Are you gonna cry?
No, I'm.
You want to turn on Starlight so that we can evoke the emotion that you're looking for here?
I'm not looking for any emotion. I'm in control of everything. Okay. Best movie intermission ever. Oh, Kenneth Branagh's Hamlet, maybe? Or conversely, Gods in General, because just thank fucking God I had 10 minutes where I didn't have to watch that boring movie with my high school class.
Okay.
What about you?
Well, since my computer's being crazy right now, I have no idea. But yeah, it's like doing wild things right now.
What is your favorite Peter Jackson movie? Well, my favorite Peter Jackson movie is the extended edition of The Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers. However, I do quite like his earlier splatter films like Dead Alive.
Okay.
Some people call it Brain Dead. Some people call it Dead Alive.
Can you kick me?
I don't want to hurt you.
No, I mean like actually just kick me out of StreamYard, and I'll be back.
Okay. So here I am, just me. Let's get real a second, guys. Let's talk, let's talk about our feelings. I want to know how everyone in the chat is feeling today. I want to know what I can do to help make your day a little better. So tell me what I can do for you, and I will try my best to do that. This is a new experience for me, being on camera by myself. I have nothing to say. This is very awkward, and I apologize, and this is the wonder of live television. Aw. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad that I was able to make you feel better. And yeah, anyone is always welcome to reach out to me and tell me what they got going on, and I'm happy to listen. And I'm happy to give advice, a shoulder to cry on, whatever it is that you need. I am here for you on Radio 103 Brooklyn. Yes, it is Malcolm's birthday, and let me just say, happy birthday, Malcolm. It's been a pleasure to get to know you a little bit over this past year. Been on a couple shows with you, follow you on Twitter. You're such a smart, intelligent man, and I hope that you just have the kind of birthday that someone as wonderful as you deserves. Schitt's Creek. Well, I don't think it's any secret that I love Schitt's Creek. I don't think it's any secret that I have tattoos. It might be a secret that on Tuesday I am going to get a new tattoo. And if you can put together the pieces of the puzzle that I am laying out on the table before you, it will be a Schitt's Creek themed tattoo. I'm not going to reveal more than that. You'll just have to stay tuned and see. Maxwell ASMR, that's what they called me in college. But those initials meant something different than they mean in this context. seeing your face and y'all having fun makes everything a bit better. Well, I'm glad that my face at least makes some people happy. I have been really struggling with whether or not that was actually the case in any real capacity. Did I change my hair again? No, I did not. It just sometimes looks different ways, but thank you for saying it looks good. I'll take the compliment. I appreciate it. I did dye my hair red back in like November, and it's been kind of amazing how even though my hair has grown and I've had haircuts, that the red lingered on and is sort of blended in. I've actually been thinking about dyeing my hair a bolder color again soon. Maybe purple. If I were to dye my hair like a bold color, like an Amber Coates, that ridiculous person who left me high and dry kind of person, what color should I do? Yeah, so I don't think getting fold in the cheese would be a good tattoo, but you just fold it in. Fold it on in. Or maybe I'll get a fruit wine tattoo. Just like a full menu of all the different fruit wines. And thank God I'm not alone anymore. Woo! PLD to the rescue.
Every once in a while I'm good for something.
I know. Well, like I said, I blame you for a lot of what's... Oh, and thank God, now there's 3 of us.
I'll back to you. All right.
Woo, okay. I hope you all enjoyed the Maxwell had at ASMR 5 minutes. I hope I never have to do that again. It was terrifying.
That was
terrifying.
Good job.
That was
Great
no
job.
good.
Oh, thank you.
No good.
Beautiful.
Excuse me? So I have one person saying I did a great job and one...
No, I couldn't even see what you did. I'm not gonna lie. Like everything just fritzed out. My entire computer had like the whole thing bricked, and I'm like, oh no, maybe, please kick me out.
Maybe you need a new computer.
No, don't start that. No. Don't jinx it, please.
How are you, Paul? Welcome to the fold.
Hi,
good to be here. Thanks for having me on, as always, guys. But
you're always welcome.
I love you guys so much, man. And I listened to you guys earlier. You guys make such a great duo. A little give and take, a little back and forth, a little bit of love, a little bit of tough love, a little bit of needling. It's all good stuff.
Little needling? Okay.
Little needling. You can tell the underneath there, you got a little bit of needling going on, but it's all good fun. So.
I don't even remember what the last question was that you asked me. I just had to dip out so fast. I was like, ah!
Oh, boy. What is everyone's least favorite Ed Harris movie?
Oh, that's rough for you to ask me right now, Maxwell. Just like that. So not Malcolm. Sorry about that. There's one movie that I really don't like that Ed Harris is in, but I don't know if I can consider it an Ed Harris movie. His movie, it was, I don't know if you ever saw it. It was in 2000. He's in it for like a whole 30 seconds, so he's not really in it that long. It's called Masked and Dangerous. 2003, I believe it is, I want to say. It's a movie that I actually don't even know much about. If ever was a question on a Harris movie and it was about this movie, this is the one I get wrong because I watched it once. I was falling asleep during it. And I kind of woke up a few times and had to go back for it. But it's just a nonsensical movie. I'm sure some people find it artistic, and I thought it pretentious as hell. But it was not a very... I'm sorry, Masked and Anonymous. That's what it's called. It's a Bob Dylan movie, directed by Larry Charles. I'm just looking it up now. I only watched it once, and it is not a good movie. I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
If I'm saying it's not a good movie and Harris is in it, that's not good.
Yeah, there aren't many movies that he's in where I'm like, this is not good. I will say I'm not the biggest fan of The Hours. I think his performance in it is exceptional, but I find it to be a little cloying and manipulative and a little overwrought in its drama. But I would never say it's not a good film. It just does. I don't like it's the wavelength it's operating on is not for me.
I get that. That's fair enough.
I have one.
Okay.
Planes, Fire, and Rescue. There it is.
Oh, yes. Fair.
Well, if he is ever going to be mailing in a performance, like I say, he never does. That's probably the one he's doing. He's mailing it in a little bit. He's doing the cartoon thing. That's it's not even I think it's not even a feature film. It's more like a direct DVD offering.
Well, he was still in it.
He was absolutely.
He appeared.
Absolutely. He did
Won't
appear.
ask any questions about it in any sort of trivia, but
I never will ask any questions about it. Absolutely.
so I'd like to bring up this comment. Mike K says this community has a lot of great dynamic duos, and so that has me wondering, Mike, was that your way of saying that her and I are a great dynamic duo? Please elaborate. I'm curious to know because
Inquiring minds.
Readers are desperate to know.
Readers?
What is your favorite Australian manufactured cereal brand? I wouldn't even begin to know what brands of cereal are manufactured in Australia, so couldn't tell you.
Yeah. If you give us a list, maybe we can pick off of them.
Oh, I think Mike said yes.
Solid slate. I'm gonna have to go multiple choice on this one, please. Oh, well, that's good to know. Maybe we'll just leave the Pajukin and start our own channel and become even more popular.
I thought that's what part of the Mahookin was, maybe.
The Mahookin? Yeah.
The Maheckin. There was a heckin in there.
Maheckin. I like them all.
Look at this guy.
I got my Maheckin shirt. It's a great shirt.
I know. I'm still having a difficulty reconciling the fact that people have bought my merch. That's bizarre. Like if you had told me a year ago that, oh yeah, one day like more than one person is going to buy merch that is about you, I would have been like, maybe because I died and I'm having fever dreams in the afterlife, but not in this universe. And yet here we are, ladies and gentlemen. So please go buy my merch. I like money because I'm Jewish.
For that too. It's funny. I threw my shirts I put a logo on a shirt.
I know all about that.
Myself.
Listen,
I did it just for myself. Like I did so I could get a shirt of my own stuff on it. And I sold like 3 or 4 of them. Like, oh my god, people are actually buying these things.
I bought a Scoundrels of the Force shirt.
You did. You did. I'm very, very excited when I saw that.
I love
it. Listen. I mean, I have a show that is dedicated to what both of you do. So you better be buying my merch.
Oh yeah, we'll get some merch to...
Are you saying that there's going to be gold standard merch?
I think there already is. If it's not made already, it's coming.
I find it funny that there'll be gold standard merch before there's actual FCL merch.
Might there be?
Well, because I'm better. So.
I'm trying to think like what particular piece of gold standard merch I would want.
The baby onesie, because I feel like that would be perfect for you.
Such a hard question.
I'm a fan of that.
I'm a fan of that too, Paul.
I'm a big fan.
Listen, honey, ain't no one a bigger fan of you than me.
Hey-o.
I'm still gonna push you in the water next time I see you, but
listen. Okay, so now we have to talk about the fact that I told him that I was literally, if he didn't stop being extra, I was going to walk over, slam him into the water, and just hold his head underwater and see how long it takes. So.
Wow, that's a very big threat there. You were being extra.
Paul, you look so serious about this.
The folly with that statement is the notion that I could possibly not be extra.
Yeah, that's asking.
That's exactly it.
It's asking a lot. I don't think I have that capacity.
That's asking the bird not to fly. That's
It's like, hey, I'm going to clip your wings and you're not going to be yourself.
Heard about that lately.
All right, so here's our multiple choice for Australian cereal. A, Wheat Bix. I don't know what that is. B, All Brown. Sounds horrible. I'm not 90. C, Cocoa Krispies. Okay. And D, Plus. Is that... Did Jeff Snyder make a cereal based on his Twitter account?
I'm going C.
Yeah, I think C is the only one of those that sounds enjoyable.
Yes, somewhat.
I do want to know what a Bix is. Can anyone fill me in? Wheat Bix. Wheat Bix. Bix? I don't know.
That cereal sounds like to me, though. Wheat Bix.
Wheat Bix. Yes, thank you, Brandy. The Mahookin merch is available here at tpublic.com/user/the-PJ-Campbell-Network. We also have Book Nook shirts and Suddenly Soundtrack shirts and Front Center Mezzanine shirts and all sorts of fun shirts. Oh, Mike K. Magic Spoon is the only cereal I eat. It's like basically keto cereal. It has no sugar. It's sweetened with monk fruit extract. It's excellent. Very good. It's been a big part of my health kick and weight loss over the last 6 months, which I mean, I'm sure you've all noticed.
Oh, definitely. Monk fruit, is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
Monk fruit extract?
They a lot of food
Obviously
manufacturers have been starting to use monk fruit extract as an alternative sweetener that doesn't have like bad sugar and calories in it.
Yeah. I mean, I need to get some. I'm just poor and it's expensive.
It is. It's like $10 a box because the ingredients that they use in it are more scarce than, say, high fructose corn syrup and lard.
And then Paul's like, let me just drink this energy drink. It's cool.
It's not energy. It's a Mike's Hard Lemonade Seltzer.
Ooh.
Even better.
I think Magic Spoon is only available on their website. Yeah, we have Wheaties. Okay, so Wheat Bix. Wheat Bix is the same as Wheaties. Good to know. And yes, Brandy coming in hot with the link once again, magicspoon.com. And if you're watching us, fine folks at Magic Spoon, and you would like a mediocrely viewed YouTube channel to promote your cereal and be a sponsor, hit me up. I will eat Magic Spoon on screen. I will do 20. I will cry whilst eating whatever it is your viewers want. If you're sending me free Magic Spoon, I'm your guy.
I like that.
I'll gladly help. We'll just sit here and make a whole show and be like,
that's a show waiting to happen right there. I think that's like the PJ Campbell Network motto, though. It seems like everything you say, that's a show waiting to happen.
Oh no, we have a motto.
The new official motto of the PJ Campbell Network is "Where we're going, we don't need a rails." It's true. And speaking of you never know what's going to become a show, let me talk to you about a couple of things we have coming up. First of all, Kristen's great drive-through adventure. Kristen is going to visit all Taco Bell drive-thrus within 100 miles of her house and give detailed notes comparing the texture, taste, and preparation and execution and presentation of Crunch Wraps. So be sure to stay tuned for that. That'll be airing every other Friday at 2 a.m. And also coming soon to the PJ Campbell Network, there's a movie coming out later this summer called The Suicide Squad, directed by James Gunn, who I'm a fan of. And I was like, you know what? In preparation, why don't we take a retrospective look back at his cinematic oeuvre, back from his Trauma days and then to Slither and Super, and then when he became a blockbuster filmmaker with Guardians of the Galaxy. And I said to myself, what should one call a show exploring the filmography of James Gunn? And it is with that idea that I am proud to announce It's Always Gunny in Philadelphia.
Beautiful. Stunning.
I mean, it speaks for itself. What can I say?
It is brilliant. No, brilliant things there.
Yes, this is a great point. If you find yourself at the Taco Bell drive-thru, film it, send it to me for a clip. You could be featured in an upcoming episode of Kristen's Great Drive-Thru Adventure, and our favorite clips will get entered to a raffle where you will win a $2.99 Taco Bell gift card.
Ooh.
That's something.
That won't buy you a whole meal anymore.
It can buy you a soft taco.
You can get some of those cinnamon twists.
That is one more soft taco that you have and you didn't have to pay for than before you win the gift card.
Maybe cheesy roll-up.
Oh, you could get a cheesy roll-up.
I like that too. So.
I do. What could be bad about a tortilla with some cheese? You roll it up, you heat it up, good to go. Cheesy roll-up. Cheesy roll-up.
That's my go-to. I admit, no matter what I get a Taco Bell, I'll get whatever meal I get. You add on the cheesy roll-up with it. It's a beautiful thing.
It is.
I want Mexican pizzas back.
I'm just glad they brought the Fiesta potatoes back.
Oh, the Fiesta potatoes are so good.
They are good.
They are good.
I have a feeling the Mexican pizza will come back. There's been a lot of outrage about it.
Yeah. I was told, and listen, I totally understand that the Crunchwrap is amazing, but now I'm curious. I was told by my brother-in-law that the Crunchwrap is more popular than the Mexican pizza, and I have never heard that until him. So I don't know what y'all think.
It's funny. I remember the day it was announced that the Mexican pizza was being discontinued, that there was a unexplained seismic event of immense anger and energy that sort of shot out into the heavens, and at NASA and at the CIA, they put their best minds on it to sort of investigate where this energy came from. And then finally, after days of hypothesizing, they determined it came from Claremont, Florida. So fascinating stuff.
It came from this house.
It came from that house.
Exactly.
The energy
was
event
actually
is coming from inside the
right here.
house.
I was saying, it looks like it's glowing still in the house still. Is that what it is?
Although,
remember WandaVision? That was actually based on my emotions over the Mexican pizza.
at that time, it was a different chair.
It was a different chair.
You needed
that
a
chair
new
is
chair.
over there.
You needed a new chair because the energy emitted from that tragic news broke it.
Tragic.
Look at this. Danny said, I have to screenshot this and show it to Kristen because she's going to be so happy to hear her impact. Never had a crunch wrap until I heard, wait, you want to talk about crunch wraps? Let me show you a little something. Someone else talk for a minute while I pull up an image I'd like to share with the class.
We're going to pull up food images. This is not going to be good. I'm going to get very hungry very quickly. But
listen, no, I liked crunch wraps, but I've always been a fan of the Mexican pizza. You just can't. I used to deliver pizza, and you can't deliver actual pizza while eating a Mexican pizza. You know, you could have just yeah, that works. That looks like somebody on this screen. Two of us.
That looks like two of us on the screen with the aforementioned crunch wraps at the beach. Wow,
that was a thing. That was a good day. That was
until you got me all wet.
You know. You went to the fucking beach. What did you think was going to happen? You seem to be complaining about this again a lot, but then I remember you texting me the next day being like, I'm at this bougie beach club and I wish I was actually back in the Canaveral National Seashore. Yeah, that happened.
Wow, she's calling you right out.
That's the story of our lives. That's what best friendship is.
She has been calling me all out since she came careening into my life last year.
That does sound familiar.
I'm used to it.
Legitimate careening. Legitimate careening.
I believe you used the word plowed earlier for another context, and you plowed right through my life and then threw me in the ocean.
Let's just be real. This is probably right after I threw him in the ocean.
Probably.
Look at that beautiful hair.
That hair is phenomenal.
That was my beach hair. Wind blown and fancy free. You want to talk about Unwound? Technically, that was a Sunday. So
this one also happened. That one was beautiful.
That photo was specifically for John Kaiser.
Yes,
that makes all sense.
It really does.
Directly to him.
And his response was, "God, I fucking love you, heathens."
I
was like, well,
but then he said there was only one non-heathen in the group, and he said it was me. And I was like,
"You're a non-heathen."
I strongly disagree with that.
Yeah.
I literally was like, we were driving back and I literally turned and I was like, wait, I'm not a heathen? I got left out of being a heathen? What the fuck? I want to be a heathen.
Arguably the most heatheny heathen that has ever heathened, at least in my orbit.
Wait a second. Okay, how am I supposed to outdo you? I can't outdo you. That's not possible.
It's an energy exchange. You make me more of a heathen, and I make you more of a heathen, to the point where our heathenness will cause another seismic event, and crunch wraps will rain down from the sky, and everyone will get Taco Bell for free.
You know what they call that? It's like a circle. It's a circle. Like, what is it? Like the dragon or the snake eating its tail? I think they call it an Ouroboros.
Oh, yeah. I'm familiar.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Heathen off. I want to see you guys have a heathen off.
Oh, you missed most of the show, didn't you?
I mean, that's what we've been doing for the last hour.
That's true.
Now, Paul, if you wanted to do an impromptu heathen battle and ask us questions to debate, I'm ready to go.
Questions to debate on. I'm gonna warm up with there. Okay.
Stretching, getting some stretching. Let me hydrate. Hold on, let's get a little water in here.
I want to go with. I'll start with an easier one.
Okay.
Well, it'd be a battle, but favorite topping on a pizza?
Pepperoni and black olives.
Pepperoni and black olives on a pizza.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I love.
What is yours?
Sausage balls. Because
sausage ball.
Well, Paul and Amber, I saw that eye roll. It is well documented how I feel about balls.
Well, we did know that.
We did know that.
Saw the bacon when we saw the bacon thing earlier. I definitely saw the throwback to our previous episode where the three of us were on. It was not an eye roll per se. It was more of a eye rolling back to kind of try to picture the sausage ball.
No, I was not. No, it was an eye roll. Let's not even be diplomatic about this. It was a fucking eye roll.
Why would I deny the eye roll? I will never deny an eye roll.
Amber,
I'm very much an eye roller.
I've told you to stop trying to picture my balls, Amber.
Not picturing anything.
Okay.
Nope.
I am picturing your saucy balls. I'm not gonna lie. I am picturing them in my head right now.
Always.
I must say though, I am also, and I apologize. I do quite like pineapple on pizza.
Me too. Yes.
It's a great combination of salty and sweet. It works great together. It really
I don't
does.
know if everybody even understands the magnitude of these statements, because on our first episode of the Gold Standard, we had this lovely gentleman, Paul, hang out with us, and the first thing we did was go off on pineapple on pizza.
I'm gonna stay silent on this one. I fought this battle many times. I will merely say pineapple is great, pizza is great. Keep them separated.
My brother-in-law agrees with
as
you.
The Offspring say, what the money band, the Offspring say, you got to keep them separated. Anyway, all right. Then
I was like, "Where's Rock Band? I want to play Rock Band. Let's go."
While you formulate a next question for our heathen off, I'd like to bring up this comment. Who is the least heathen in the PJCN family?
You, Brandy. Brandy.
I was gonna say Teresa.
Oh, Trees also. Like, I would say it's probably a tie. Brandy is talking about pineapple and jalapeno on pizza. Add pepperoni and bacon, and it's perfect.
Amber.
What?
Half of that better be for me, because that sounds fucking dope.
That's what I used to make for myself at Domino's.
Let's go.
On a thin crust.
I'm in.
I know my life.
I'm looking at this chat. This is not my battleground right now. They're all agreeing with you, and it's a sad thing.
Paul, it is okay sometimes to accept that you're in the minority and just continue to embrace that and be wrong in your minorityness about pineapple on pizza.
I agree.
I feel like
you just said, except for the wrong part. That's about
so.
it.
I feel
Who's
like
the least heathen on C2A? Well, that's an oxymoron. They're
not the person on the screen.
No such thing.
That's true.
No.
I might go Megs.
Okay, yeah, okay, that's a fair point.
So, Paul, I will say, I want you to try pineapple on pizza with something that cuts the pineapple.
Like
jalapeno.
Like a knife?
That's what I'm saying.
I will drown you. Anyway,
you've already tried it. I'm still here, so.
No, you were still standing most of the time. Don't worry, it's fine. Doesn't understand.
And Danny, you are definitely heathen. Sorry, Danny's in the chat. You are definitely heathen, girl.
No, Danny, we love you, but you're dangerous, darling. You're a heathen with us. You're in the good crowd.
Yeah, the thing I want to make clear about this is being embraced and called a heathen is a badge of honor.
Yes.
There is nothing insulting or inflammatory about it.
There's nothing insulting about not being a heathen, but there's nothing insulting about being a heathen.
Right.
Especially if voted one by the John Kaiser. Because
I will say, when he said that you were the only non-heathen, and I was like, oh, he was like, no. It's a good thing that you're a heathen. That means you're one of my fucking people. I was like, okay.
And then I was like, wait a second. And then I told him to text him, and I was like, I want to be a heathen.
How the turntables have turned.
I almost feel like you should call Kaiser right now and get him on and debate this and figure out what's going on here. Call him up, drag him off the carpet.
I mean,
all right. Favorite rock musical? Which one would you rather say?
Favorite rock musical? Maxwell, you first.
Hair.
Good call.
Spring Awakening.
Ooh.
I have goddamn Spring Awakening tattoo, and I still went Hair. What the hell is wrong with me? I literally have lyrics from Spring Awakening, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go with Hair.
Mechanics move. We've all done it. It's okay. You can change your answer. If you want to go back?
Yeah, Spring Awakening.
Spring Awakening is yours. Okay.
Great minds.
Because there's a moment, you're fucked. Not an inch more room.
Now, Rocky Horror Picture Show was brought up in the chat.
I am getting a new tattoo on Tuesday, Dean Morgan.
Wow.
Rocky Horror Picture Show was brought up in the chat, and I have to say that's also a huge favorite.
Rocky Horror Picture Show, as the kids say, slaps.
The Antissa.
I agree with that.
So
I
Chris,
gotta go old school and just say real quick. I actually grew up loving JCS, and I still rock out to that every once in a while.
fair.
I love Gethsemane, like the when Jesus starts screaming. I love that stuff. So
Now, see, because I wasn't going to say something like Hamilton because it's not a rock musical.
I count that as a rock opera, even though it's like rap. I think it's like the energy, like in that as well. I think makes it a rock.
I mean, I think it's its own thing. I think Lin-Manuel Miranda is a genius and made a unicorn. I mean, even though Into the Heights is absolutely or In the Heights. Blah, blah, blah.
You accuse me of being a show off when I showed my great Comet window card, which is here.
You say this as if you didn't know it was going to happen because you are one of my best friends in the world, and I give you shit for everything.
On that wall over there, I have a Hamilton window card from the Public Theater, the yellow art, signed by the entire Off-Broadway company. How about them apples?
Applesauce.
Wow. Did anybody know Maxwell was a Broadway producer or a theater producer? Did anybody? Anybody? Bueller?
No, I don't think it's something that anyone is aware of or talks about or
just rub it on your face a little bit. Just like
it's like that's it's looking starting to look a little sexual there, Max. Just want to let you know.
Oh, he's definitely attracted to it.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, fair enough. I'm not saying, not gonna.
I mean,
you know what that is, right?
Oh, I know exactly what that is.
Yeah. Like, come on.
I've been on here enough to know what that is. Come on.
We all know. We all know that he's literally.
If you've been on a show with Max once, you know what that is, pretty much.
Tony nominee.
And rightfully so, because if I had one, I would be doing the same thing.
Tony nominee.
I would have it on I would actually have it sat right next to me the entire time. Like,
see, there it is, Brandy.
Brandy said, for some reason, every time I hear Maxwell, I think of the name Tony. I don't know why. I couldn't
Tony nominee, Maxwell Headhead.
It's true.
So remember how a few months ago you were like folded into the PJ Campbell network? Now you're in all our show notes and in our descriptions and in our chat.
Are you removing me?
Cool. I could. I have that power.
Wow.
I could. I have that power.
Max does have that power.
I do.
True.
Blocked. Deleted.
Wow. I don't think you have that power, Amber.
In my phone, yeah.
I don't think you have the power in your mental capacity power. Like, you wouldn't be able to do it, I don't think. I think you'd miss it too much. I do.
How many times am I going to leave this show? That's the better question. And one of the times, my entire computer just decided to break, and I restarted, and I was like, "Oh, updates. Okay, that works."
You wouldn't leave this show if I murdered your cat. You'd be like, "Oh, it's fine. All right."
Okay, don't even joke about that. That is my child.
But
do you want me to joke about that with you?
It's still a cat, though.
Wow. I want to see this battle. That's a good look. That's a good
look. Paul, we're here for the heathen off, and you are not delivering yet with our questions.
I know, that's true. That's true. Well, we keep getting on different things. Okay, I want to remind you then. Talk amongst yourselves for a minute. I'm going to come up with a good one.
I don't want to talk to him.
Then you can have a death stare off. I mean, I gotta say, that is one of the better death stares I've seen. My wife is a little
Brandy,
better,
but... wow, in caps, in the chat, 4 times.
Favorite sequel?
When you say sequel, can you define the parameters?
To a film, a feature film sequel. Feature, not straight to DVD or anything like that. It's got to be in the movies. But anything else is a really fair game.
Frozen 2.
Cool. Frozen 2. That's heathen material right there. I like Frozen 2.
Before Sunset.
Before Sunset. Oh, Maxwell wins this round. I'm sorry. I actually have my TV score. I should have probably kept score before if I went back.
My follow-up was Back to the Future 2.
Ooh.
My follow-up would be T2.
He can win, but he just talked about murdering cats.
But not my cats, so it's okay.
No, I love Indiana Jones and Marty McFly and Short Round
Doc Brown.
Those are good cats.
There you go.
See? Look, Ampersand knows what's up. This is my girl right here.
So actually, one of the greatest, was it the greatest trilogy of all time in the general debate in the Action Army. It is a good set of movies. But Back to the Future Part 2, I do love. I'm a big fan of Back to the Future Part 2, more than most people are.
It's a great movie.
It is a great movie.
It's fun. It's very fun.
Who replaces Crispin Glover as his dad?
Jeffrey Weissman.
That is correct. Very poorly. Very poorly.
Well,
Well, I mean, he's wearing an illegal. I mean, what? Face mask.
Well,
listen,
Peggy,
it was released. It was said in a podcast. It's fine. Crispin Glover himself said it.
Peggy,
I mean,
in the chat there, I like Beverly Hills Cop 2 better than 1 and 3. I fully agree with you on that. Beverly Hills Cop 2 is by far the best of that trilogy.
I will also agree with Mike. Part 3, Back to the Future Part 3 is my favorite Back to the Future movie, hands down.
That's where I disagree. I always disagree on this, and I've had a lot of arguments about this. To me, Back to the Future 3 felt the most tired. It felt like the same.
See, I love the Old West feel, and I love Clara. I love all of that, and I love the train. And I have gotten to actually get on the train at Universal.
To do what on the train?
I got on it. Like I got on it and
else
got to look at like the set piece and stuff.
I thought you were revealing something we weren't supposed to be talking about or something.
No, I got on the train. I didn't get it on the train.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think the notion of spiritual sequels are interesting. Obviously, everybody wants some spiritual sequel to Dazed and Confused.
Correct.
And it's a great film.
Can I interject about that real quick? I did not like that film the first time I saw it, and I don't know what my problem was. Because I watched it again, I absolutely loved it. You ever have films like that where
So honestly, sometimes I think it's just about like the mood you're in that day. Like if there's external influences, you had a bad morning, or it's and that's why, especially if there's something. Yes, Peggy. Yes, Glenn Powell is a man, and also Tyler Hoechlin and those short shorts and that beard in that movie. Forget it. He can swing that bat. If there's a movie I'm looking forward to, or I like the filmmaker, and then I don't like it, I will always try and give it another chance, because you just don't know what external influences or mood problems.
Right. Jake, you did miss a pineapple on pizza conversation.
You did. So Jake, Amber, and I are in the midst of a heaving off with questions proposed by Mr. LD. On that note, I think we're ready for our next question.
Next question. Okay. Well, first of all, Jake, Jake's really sad he wasn't here, because Jake is probably the biggest proposal of that I know. Okay. How about best 80s comedy?
Best 80s comedy.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
That's a good solid one. That's a very good solid one.
Home Alone.
That came out in the 90s.
Reminder, I literally watch very little older stuff, but
which is funny because you're so much older than me.
By 4 years. You're really digging yourself a grave tonight. I'm still waiting for my apology about talking about murdering my cat.
Good thing I've always wanted to be a vampire.
Just wait. It's cool. I'll just wait.
We're going to be waiting a long time, I think.
Amber.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not.
I will not apologize to you. However, please, on my behalf, send Kai my apologies.
With the silence.
I can wait.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Readers, if you will.
And heathens.
The next time you see Max, he is going to be in pieces. And somebody's going to have to put him back together again. Because I'm going to kill him.
That's after you'd already killed your cats.
There are so many things I want to say right now that I am using the little bit of restraint I'm capable of mustering.
You have restraint?
They're in his dungeon.
I never knew that. I'm learning new things every day.
So
they're not the kind of restraints you're thinking of.
Paul, Thank God I have this fan because it's getting warm in here. So, do you not want me to exercise restraint, Paul?
The Breakfast Club is my favorite 80s comedy.
I don't want you to exercise restraint. I want you to go.
Paul, did you hear that?
Amber?
The Breakfast Club is my favorite 80s comedy.
I heard you. I appreciate that one for certain. That is a very good one.
Amber?
That's my name.
You can cut me up into pieces any day.
Not the answer I was looking for. Try again.
That's all I got. That's the best I can do. Remember, this is a heathen off.
That's true.
No. See, no. You can heathen off all you want, but you... Okay, continue.
The way all right, I want you to tell me the best revenge story you have on how we got revenge on somebody.
How I've gotten revenge on somebody?
Correct. We're going to heathen.
Oh, because I was about to answer with my best revenge movie, and that was going to be Kill Bill.
Kill Bill.
Forever and ever, amen.
Almost as if I know you.
Part 1 or part 2?
You do.
Or just all together?
Just all together.
All together. Okay, fair enough.
So, the best revenge I've ever gotten on anybody. I once put a fish in a bag of milk, like in a Ziploc bag of milk, and put it in their bed and left it there.
Were you ever able to find out how it went over?
Because it was my ex-husband's brother.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
I had a roommate. In college.
He knows now if he's watching.
I had a roommate in college. It was somewhat of a tumultuous relationship, which sometimes goes to show that when you're really close friends with someone, maybe you shouldn't live with them. And he started dating this woman, and she was a screamer.
Ooh.
And it would keep me up at all hours of the night. So one day while they were out, I lifted up his mattress and taped over 200 saltines to the bottom of his mattress. So the next time they were in a position that would cause her to scream, all you could also hear was leaving a trail of salty crumbs all over his room.
Those are both very good. You guys are...
Kale, you know exactly what type of screaming we're talking about. I would do a demonstration, but this is a family show.
It is? Oh, public screaming is a good thing.
So I'm just going to announce this out loud. He apologized to me via text. He wouldn't do it on air, but he apologized to me via text.
I don't believe it.
I'm sorry, or what would you like me to owe you? I fucking love you. I love you too, brat. I would show it, but, you know.
I don't think so. I think you're wrong.
Speaking of family, I will be on the family show on Thursday with Jeff and Buck talking about Furious 7.
Really? You're on the family show.
Oh, I'm going to be on the family show.
That's awesome. I love it. That's a good show. That's a good show. I give them shit like they're in the general chat all the time talking about Fast and Furious, and I always give them shit about it.
All right, Paul. What's our next heathen off question?
All right, heathen off question. Strangest place you ever did it?
Are you answering first?
No, I'm definitely not.
Come on. Nothing, huh?
Oh, I have an answer.
All right. Pick a number 1 through 10, Amber.
Picking 3.
Max.
7.
Number was 7. Amber, you have to go first.
Oh, that's perfectly fine. I had a feeling you were going to do that anyway. In the back of a car at a playground across from my high school.
Playground. Oh, okay. All right. I like that. Max?
The pool at the Animal Kingdom Lodge.
I have been in that pool.
I know you have.
Excuse me while I just...
It wasn't at the same time, was it?
No, it was the playground across the street from my high school. In fact, the playground was featured in a movie. The playground in the high school.
Ferris, look, I am like a second away from timing you out of this chat, bro. Get your shit under control.
Wow. Speaking of family, he's one of the ones that he's a big family fan, big Fast and Furious guy, and he's gonna do you dirty like that after actually doing me dirty. So never mind. That's usual.
Dana said he's sorry because he fell asleep, and he goes, "I'm gonna come watch in a moment." And I was like, "Don't worry, I almost murdered Maxwell on screen."
I want to see if we can make that happen. I want to see it's like attack. I want to see it's like you got to just show up at the house one day, just knock on the door and film, just to see what happens.
It was like 2 a.m. before the pools used to close at a certain time.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Yes, no, I've been there.
Yeah.
At that time, and
I worked at Disney for quite some time, and
yeah, we know you talk about it all the time.
Go fuck yourself. Anyway, there are certain pools at Disney World that are still open all night. He figured he'd make good on his promise. They're quiet pools; they stay open all night.
Okay, all right. Well, so.
Oh, bacon!
Yummy. Definitely.
Can you come back so we can continue having this discussion with you, please?
Oh, Paul, did you hear that? She missed me.
I did hear that. I was going to say that. Really
did I say I missed you?
You implied.
The subtext was clear.
Yeah,
the subtext was clear.
Something you had like in the way you spoke was in your voice. It was a longing.
Do you need validation, Maxwell?
Longing. It was
me.
Do you need to know that people miss you?
Strong desire.
Look, I was trying to avoid the topic, but I am literally going through a divorce right now. So yeah, a little validation is not the worst thing that could happen.
Validate me. I am not loved. Meh.
Wow, you just got called out. Now how do you feel?
Do you want my real answer or do you want my family-friendly answer?
I want both answers.
This show has not been family-friendly since it started.
Paul, I am wildly aroused right now.
That's the family-friendly answer, right?
Yes, that is the family-friendly answer. The closest approximation I could give you right now is...
That's the only approximation you have for anything. Like, what are you talking about?
Oh my God, I can't even with this girl.
Some people, that's the way we communicate. Maxwell's communicating through his fan, and I'm all over that. That's perfectly fine. Are we reading on air now? Are you reading the chapter?
Ask your question. Mr. Denuzio, ask your question. Oh, we're drinking too. Apparently this is remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we said where we're going, we don't need rails. This is why, because yeah.
How about
Oh, here we go.
Oh, here we go. That's a good one. That's a good pull. That's a good pull. That's a good pull. You're gonna feel that one.
No, you're not supposed to like drink the entire bottle in one sitting. Or at least in one swig.
But aren't you a little impressed that I can?
I'm impressed.
I'm from New Orleans. Nothing impresses me like that. Please.
That's not what you told me last night.
Wow. That's a family-friendly answer too. It's a very family-friendly answer.
I was like, in what? Who are you talking to? I literally was not talking to you last night.
No.
In his mind, you were, and that's all that matters.
Oh, dreaming is such a nice thing, isn't it?
Well, Paul, where can everyone find you on? No, okay.
Mediating
he's
this
in-
great, wonderful couple. That's what I can find me.
Excuse me. What
Heathen
was that?
questions.
So mediating
Just
this
heathen.
fine
Nope.
Mahoccan
Heathen
couple.
questions.
It's a fine Mahoccan couple. That's what it is. Heathen questions. How about favorite amusement park ride?
Amusement or theme park ride, right? Okay.
Yeah, I'm not that good at the whole same thing. Whatever floats your boat, I'll accept either answer.
The Twilight Zone Tower of Terror.
Mm-hmm.
That's the correct answer.
That's twice now you guys have actually completely agreed on one. That's impressive. All right.
No, we agreed on a few things before.
I have a dream.
Brady, I don't really know how they're hitting questions. I kind of was put in the spot. I'm just asking random questions.
And I'm just going to put this out there, and I apologize if I offend anyone with this dream of mine, but those bellhop outfits that the cast members wear at the Tower of Terror.
That good, huh?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. How about that? That's a question I'll ask. Weirdest costume that's ever turned you on? It could be a movie, it could be in a play, it could be in Times Square, it could be wherever
Once upon a time, there was a little girl that worked at a Tower of Terror.
I thought you were showing me the costume.
Weirdest costume that has ever turned me on.
Mm-hmm.
The Dino Land one, right? Hester and Chester's Dinorama.
Yeah, exactly.
That red. Yeah. Well, so Marcus, I was working in the control booth, so that's actually the control panel. That you're not supposed to see. That I have an illegal picture of. It's fine. But yeah, so I was running the Foxtrot side of the building. Mm-hmm. Yep. Anyway, so.
I'm actually looking this up, so I'm waiting for this picture. He's looking it up.
Oh, please pull up the one from Primeval Whirl, because that is the greatest costume ever, with that red shirt and the green pants.
If anybody else has heathen questions in the chat, feel free to help me out here, because I actually wouldn't mind answering a few. So give us what you got, guys.
Yeah, come on.
Time.
Let's go.
Do a little work here. Do a little work. Help us out. We got it. All right. Oh, that would turn me on a little bit too. No doubt I'd be roaring for that one.
I'll give you one other.
Love the Wookiee.
But I need to find it. Oh, well, okay. So if we're talking about Chris Clark, this.
Oh, that is very good. That worked for Chris Clark, I'm sure.
Now, I'm trying to find this one other photo. I'm struggling.
That's normal. Oh, wow. Just kicking him. You keep kicking him. I think this is all you. I understand. Like,
I kicked him.
You're kicking him. You're throwing him in the ocean.
Yeah, you can blame it on me. That's fine. Is that Horror Nights?
Mm-hmm.
I know exactly where that is at Horror Nights.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's something that might turn Kelsey on. Kelsey loves that horror stuff.
I love Horror Nights.
This is not a weird costume, but it is certainly a costume that
that works for you.
Well,
yeah, that works. That's
my girl.
Because look, let me tell you, Ariel, and I'm done. Done. She can Little My Mermaid any day.
Nice.
Bring on the heathen questions in the chat, you bitches.
It's Sunday. I'm Italian, my case says, so I have to ask favorite pasta dish.
Carbonara?
A basic bitch. I gotta go fettuccine Alfredo.
I also do like a little baked ziti.
That's true too.
Pesto cavatappi.
Not bad.
I had to think about it for a moment. I was like, I don't remember what I like. I'm not a big fan of tomato sauce, and I'm not a big fan of Alfredo. Brandy, I feel like these should be saved for a private Patreon stream.
No, look, we're here. It's happening. Bring on the heathen questions.
Absolutely. Anybody else got anything up?
Oh, we did this already.
Yeah, we did. You missed that one already.
Danny.
Yeah, that was legit.
Danny, I said what I meant, and I meant what I said.
And Dean just said, "Oh, we'll say it again: masked and anonymous." But that's not really Ed Harris. He's only in it for a couple minutes. It's not very good. But anything else? Anybody else got one?
I'm just trying to find a picture, a very specific picture.
I think costumes that I like to turn me on. Little Mermaid does do it for me too. I'm not gonna lie.
She's my girl.
I've always said you're a man of taste, Paul.
Thank you.
And
We
speaking
do
of
have
Kind of
taste,
taste, though.
I would love to.
He doesn't like pineapple on pizza.
But you know what? I like pineapple and I like pizza, so we can still live in our world.
Paul, I am going to tie you down and force feed you pineapple pizza, and you will like it.
That sounds kind of hot. I'm not gonna lie.
I agree.
I'd be willing to try it in that fashion.
Okay. Amber will
So
photograph the event.
Okay, perfect.
Once a Jawa stole my phone and started taking selfies.
That's awesome. And is that your
So,
way
like-
of saying that you were turned on by the Jawa?
Yeah.
No, I'm saying that it was dope.
Jawas are usually at the right height, though. That's true. They're right there.
That was back. They were doing like this weird restaurant thing over at Hollywood Studios in, I believe it was Backlot Express, and it was a whole test thing where they had characters walking around and taking pictures, and it was all tapas. So like, you know, you had small plates and stuff, and they had chicken and waffles, and it was like the chicken nuggets, like the Disney chicken nuggets, and then these little tiny waffles, and oh god, they were so good. And you could trade little knickknacks with the Jawas. So I had like trading pins and pens and random stuff. And they would just sift through all my things. And they're like, okay, I'm going to take this. I'm going to take this. And then the Jawa just stole my phone and started taking selfies. So I have a whole bunch of selfies with the Jawa.
There you go.
It was a good day.
Brandy, it was a long time ago. I'm not going to lie. I believe I had one slice with pineapple, and I tried one with pineapple and ham, and I didn't like either because, quite frankly, what I don't like about it, and I'll tell this again, is that the pineapple gets a little too soggy for me. It overwhelms the cheese, and my favorite part of the pizza is the cheese. So anytime you take away from the cheese, it's a no-go for me. And that's what's always done for me.
Wow, this is an incendiary question.
The worst actor in Box.
I'll say
Max
this.
is the best.
Thank you. Exactly.
I'm not on it, so it's fine.
I knew you were going there. I wanted to do it for you. Just like. Worst actor on Box. Amber, do you have a choice?
Maxwell.
That was best and worst. Wow.
Are you going to cry?
You might.
No.
Kristen's my favorite.
It's hard to pick a worst.
It really is, honestly. I don't actually have a worst.
Yeah, they're all three of them are great. Sean is awesome. I mean, I'll pick Sean because I know he can take it. But that's like say, got it up.
I mean, he's already been told that he's not someone's favorite Star Wars player, so it's fine.
Oh, is that true? Who told him that?
I mean, I think he put the words in the person's mouth, but it's okay. It happened. It was pretty funny. We were in a Zoom. I'm not divulging the contents of this Zoom.
Oh, fair enough.
These Zooms are private.
True.
Private.
VIP settings for those Zooms. They're great.
Yeah.
That's true. No,
This is, yes.
Brady Parker again saving us all with the proper answer.
Are you okay?
Yep.
What the fuck are you doing?
Nothing.
Adding some music to this. Adding some background music to the show.
I don't like this trap version of the Unwind. Thanks. No, thank you. You sound like an awkward gremlin. What are you doing? Stop it.
Maxwell, if you want to do the awkward gremlin laugh, you can do the awkward gremlin laugh as much as you want.
Thank you, Paul. I appreciate it.
Anytime. So I did a Twitter vote today on my next oeuvre watching. I don't know if you saw that. I decided I wanted to watch a comedian for the most part, although I threw an alternative out there. I wanted to pick between either Bill Murray, John Candy, Eddie Murphy, and I threw Tom Cruise on there. I don't know why. It was kind of like I needed a fourth.
My vote would very easily be Bill Murray because I think of all of them, he has been in the most widely versatile range of films. So not only do you get the great 80s comedies he did, but then you get, the Wes Anderson films, you get Lost in Translation, you get his other work with Sofia Coppola. So it's not just one note. Because John Candy is incredible, but a lot of the films he's in, he's doing the same sort of thing.
Sure.
And if you're going to dive into someone's entire oeuvre, I think someone with some versatility is the way to go.
Agreed. Amber, what choice would you make?
Give me that one more time.
Bill Murray, John Candy, Eddie Murphy, or Tom Cruise?
Bill Murray.
And Bill Murray is actually the one who won. I will admit, I was kind of low key. Ever put something out like that, the poll, where you kind of want an answer, but you're not entirely sure?
Yeah.
But you don't even realize it until after the poll's out and somebody starts winning. You're kind of like, I found out that I was low key rooting for John Candy. Because I kind of had John Candy in mind recently. I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's like an SEN thing, like the Hey Ra Ring that's just kind of like dug deep, and I want to go back and watch Splash and watch all those great 80s comedies, Armed and Dangerous, Summer Rental. But I am not unhappy that Bill Murray won. I'm actually not unhappy because this is a throwback to earlier in the episode. I was not a huge fan of Lost in Translation when I first saw it. I just didn't. I got bored by it. I just couldn't get into it. I wasn't sure, but I've heard so many people tell me how much they love it.
It is in my top 10 favorite films of all time.
All time.
See,
this is the thing. I've had multiple people tell me that. I feel like I missed something, or I'm maybe exactly what you said earlier.
I saw it when it opened in theaters in 2003, and it just connected with me on such a deep level. It inspired my love for 2003 was interesting because you had Kill Bill, Lost in Translation, and The Last Samurai, and those three movies all inspired a deep love and affection for Japanese culture in me. And I've been very fortunate to have traveled to a lot of places, but Japan, I've never been able to go. So as soon as I have the time and the money and the right person to go with me, I am going to Japan, and it is going to be a hell of a trip.
That is wonderful sounding.
And there will be many photographs. And Amber, you can watch my dogs while I go.
Okay. And so I'm going to stay home. Cool.
I do love The Last Samurai. That's actually one of my favorites.
The Last Samurai is a wonderful movie. Now, I mean, talking about all of the movies that we were just discussing, I haven't seen Lost in Translation. I have seen The Last Samurai, and, well, Kill Bill is just my favorite. Is
your favorite movie of all time as well, not just favorite revenge film?
It is her favorite movie of all time.
I feel like I've told that before, and I must have forgotten. I apologize.
My two favorite movies are the entirety of Kill Bill and The Little Mermaid.
That's a
interestingly, both of those would appear in my top 25 of all time. So,
well, I mean, as much as we like to mess with each other, we literally do have way too much in common.
I would even go so far as to argue that we're so comfortable messing with each other because we are on the same wavelength so much of the time.
Very true. It's very true. Guys, trust me. I may still kill him, but it's probably not going to be tonight or on this screen.
And the reality is, if you were to murder me, it would still probably be my favorite activity that's ever happened to me.
Well, I'm aspirational, I suppose.
More than the award.
Yeah, I think so. To be murdered by Amber Coates. What a thing that would be.
Oh, yes.
That's high quality content right there.
Look, all you have to do next time is hold my head underwater just a little longer.
I never even got your head under the water. We're going to fix that.
Okay.
It's okay. There was a whole millennial suicide joke. It was great. You know how millennials don't want to live anymore? We were all like, okay, just walk right on into the water. It's fine.
I am so over it. This life is just why? What are we here for? What's the purpose? Let's really break it down. I'm having an existential crisis, and I just don't understand what it's all for anymore.
Well, Brandy, if there's no murdering Maxwell allowed, then you're going to need to probably tell him to curb his fucking attitude. and amend his tone.
I wouldn't curb my tone nor my attitude.
No, I said amend. You got the words wrong. Sorry. Since you're so
wouldn't
smart.
curb nor amend my attitude if you were sitting in my living room with a briefcase full of $10 million or something I'm not going to say on this family show.
I would literally be throwing things at you from the couch or wherever else, the chair behind you. Just sit here and like throw stuff at the back of your head.
This does sound like high quality content. I think we're missing out here.
You know.
Now look, I made a joke. I made a joke earlier about the InSnyder Plus. So I think now is as good of a time. Are you ready, Amber? Is this the time?
Yep.
Now is as good of a time as any to announce that Amber and I are starting a subscription pay-per-view service where you can watch us beat the shit out of each other, both physically and verbally, for the low, low price of $100 a day.
$100 a day?
A day.
That is cheap.
What are you into?
We're very fairly priced.
Extremely fairly
Like I
priced.
will literally take one, like I'll take every single one of those $10 million and I'll take them one by one and cut him with them, like paper cut him.
Wow, that's like.
And then I will drown you in the pool of blood that my cuts have left upon the floor.
Okay.
Well,
Sounds
I
pretty
think
fun.
you're starting at the $100 level. Do you have like higher levels where they can like suggest ways? You can suggest ways you can go.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, good.
Absolutely.
For the right price, I would even be open to additional participants.
Brandy's comments. Brandy's comments.
You get no.
I do not like. You get no Brandy support for this. So, Brandy, if you have an alternative as to what we can do that would get us $100 per day.
And so obviously everyone's familiar with OnlyFans.
No.
Everyone's familiar with OnlyFans.
We can start an OnlyFans, but it's literally going to be only.
Well,
like, I'll get.
I messed that one up. Everyone's familiar with OnlyFans. What I suppose is we should call this streaming service where we abuse each other only foes.
Ooh, that's clever. I kind of like that. I like that a lot. You are a very clever person, Maxwell.
And on every third Thursday, if the mood strikes us, it'll become only hoes.
I won't be there for that.
If you say so.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Very sure.
I'm not so sure.
I'm not so sure either. If you appear on this network, you are pretty much a hoe. Only hoes are allowed.
I am a schmo hoe.
That's still a hoe. You are a hoe in some kind of way, or else you wouldn't be here.
There's three of us. It's you, it's me, and Jake. Well, Jake.
Danny, I will send you a free subscription because there's something really enticing about the notion of you watching.
Danny, you can take my place on every third Thursday.
Fine by me.
Wow. Can we get? Wow.
I'm just here for the bruising.
Having not to spend every day being bruised by Amber with a nice little respite from a Ramirez, I'll take it.
A respite from a Ramirez. That sounds like some kind of great title. I like that title.
That'll be the every third Thursday show. Ramirez Respite.
Ramirez Respite.
There you go.
Respite for Ramirez.
Oy vey.
Oy vey is right. My God. Well, I'm going to be starting.
Don't forget to like the video, y'all, even though PLD is here. Sign the papers, y'all. Let's hoe. I like it, Danny.
No, Danny, you didn't mean go. You meant ho.
Yeah, you totally meant ho. Literally meant ho.
And then,
it's appropriate and operant.
And I was going to save this announcement for another time because I'm just trying to like build up buzz and like brand all of this. but once a month, we are doing a pay-per-view special called Let's Get Ready to Hoe Down!
This sounds like it's on the
And
wrong...
readers, I am not talking about square dancing.
Woo!
So who's winning the Heathen contest now, Paul?
I believe Maxwell just jumped ahead. He's winning by about 3.26 points.
What you got, Amber? If you come at the king, you best not miss.
True.
I was the one who told you should put, like, honey, you should see me in a crown. Don't fucking play. I don't need to come at you. I already know I win.
Wow. Do you have a crown?
I think this is already better than Collins versus Merle.
Wow. Okay. All right. She's looking good. Can you counter, Maxwell?
Of course he can counter. It doesn't mean it's right.
Well, I will be the judge of that because I am self-appointed judge, jury, and executioner of this little hoe-off.
Brandy, I saw your braid crown. It's adorable.
Have you guys seen my Rolex?
Wow.
Oh, in the grand scheme of things I never wanted to see, it's Maxwell's Rolex.
I want to see your Rolex. It's a beautiful Rolex. Wow.
Okay. Refism with so that sounds like the Yankees.
Oh no, you're gonna totally lose. You're gonna totally lose. You will lose all points if you start rooting for the Yankees.
I mean, I it's the Astros and the Braves for me.
Anything better than actually, I am the ABY anybody but the Yankees. So Astros are fine.
How did you end up working for the FCL if you're an anti-Yankees person?
Well, because Gilmore is the chairman. He's not a Yankee fan. He's good.
Well, I mean, he's from Houston, so that's fair.
Yeah, so it works. I think I kind of like just trick Christian into not knowing that I like the Red Sox. I think that might be the way. Wow, Danny. Wow. I will neither confirm nor deny the strength of my knees.
My knees are exceptional.
How exceptional are they?
Care to demonstrate?
If you were here, I would gladly demonstrate what I can do with my knees and how long I can stay upon them.
You're a mess.
Maxwell is now up by 4.21.
Because you keep asking biased ass fucking questions.
I'm not asking. I'm just watching you guys go back and forth. I'm just starting to go Calvin ball style. And just anytime you say anything, I'm just.
How do you write trivia questions? There can't be a way that you write trivia questions because these are all bogus.
Well, I have a little more time to prep. To be fair.
And I ain't bending no knees to this guy. This guy right here? This one right over here? This guy? Not bending shit.
Wow. Bending knees. You know what? I do gotta say, you're strong on your knees. That might mean you're bending the knee, Max. That might be points back to Amber at that point. That might be points back because you are bending the knee. Leads down to 1.23.
See, you opened your mouth and you went down.
The reality is,
you dug yourself a fucking hole.
The only reason I would ever bend the knee for anyone is so that they can then find out what I can do with my tongue.
$2.77.
Is the answer talk too much? Because that's what you seem to do.
I learned it from watching you.
I lost your points. 2.2.
I don't know. You were talking way more before you ever got to know me.
I think you actually instilled in him even more talkativeness.
Ask more questions.
I'm actually rather defending the whole back and forth just coming up and just getting scored. That's actually a lot more fun to me. But
I love how this became a competition.
It always
New
does,
show, everybody, on the PJCN.
It always does, doesn't it?
I think our competitive reputation precedes us, considering you beat me on Schmo Me the Money by 1 point, and I still call shenanigans over clock manipulation.
Oh, there's definitely shenanigans. Buck is in the chat now. He definitely manipulates it to.
Buck and Jeff have been in the chat the entire time.
And
all I'm saying is it's clear who the better competitor was.
No. See, because I was on that.
And wait, which one of us is actually going to be competing in professional movie trivia, and which one of us is relegated just to talk about it after the matches?
Wow.
All right, so I'm waiting for the second apology of the night.
Did you really ever get the first? I didn't hear you got the first.
Oh, I did. Remember, it came in text message form.
Most embarrassing kiss you've ever had.
It was underwater in a pool.
Embarrassing or just bad?
I almost died.
It might have been Jeff. In my match, it was definitely Buck. Buck literally was completely not wanting to give it to me. He didn't want to show me favoritism because of Action Army or something. It was ridiculous. Jake Berlin. Fuck Jake Berlin. I mean, I love Jake Berlin, but
the answer to this very important question is bring it on, bitch.
Wow.
And there's only one appropriate response. And if you nail it, I will love you forever. And I will apologize for everything I've said tonight. And if you don't nail the appropriate response to what I just said, our friendship is over.
I already blocked you. You're fine.
Wow.
So I'll say it one more time. I will cue you up. Bring it on, bitch.
It's already been brought in.
She got it. She nailed it. Amber, I'm so sorry for everything I said tonight. I love you so much. You're my best friend in the world.
Let me just unblock you. Hold on.
Okay, hold on. Let me just call off that guy I was sending to your house to kill your
Kaiser.
Do not bring it up again.
I was gonna not talk about your cat. I like your cat.
You have a hitman on retainer?
Use it on better things. Come on now. My cat is cute.
Just tell me who you want gone and it's yours, baby.
Whew. Do you have someone to kill?
Look, readers, you wanted a heathen off. This is what you get. I mean, you bought the tickets for the show. Don't complain that the content is exactly as how it was promised to be.
My question is, Brandy, your hitman on retainer? Because I think that Brandy is the nicest person I've ever met, and she's so sweet and so lovely, and she's almost too sweet and too lovely and too friendly.
It's a defense mechanism. She is a master of disguise.
Correct. That's my thought process. I think down deep, she would make the greatest hitman.
Dana, dibs on getting assassinated. LOL. Beautiful. It's beautiful.
So, Brandy,
you okay there, Maxwell? You good?
Did we suss you out, Brandy? Did we just suss you out? You may not be able to admit it in the chat, though. That's true. Probably be bad for business if she admitted it in the chat. I'd kill for Maxwell. Wow. What about for Amber? Would you kill for Amber?
I would kill Amber. I wouldn't kill for Amber.
Good qualifier. Good qualifier.
He just apologized to me. Literally just apologized to me, and this is what
reality is Amber has been slaying me since the day I met her, so it would only make us even.
You definitely lost points in the heathen off on that, just so you know. That was too sweet.
Yeah, from here on out, everything he's going to say is going to be saccharine because he was mean.
Oh, so we're getting there. Brandy's getting there for you.
I'd also just like to note that whilst we're doing the show, Amber decided to do this like stupid Twitter thing where you click and it determines who your Twitter crush is. And then I saw who she got. Then I also went through and did it to find out who my Twitter crush is. We got each other.
Wow. You guys are meant for each other on Twitter. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, only on Twitter.
Only on Twitter, though.
Twitter.
In no other capacity, because I
murdered.
I'm gonna find out who mine is.
Can't deal with it.
I don't know if I should announce this or not, or if I'll have to announce it. Let's see. I will not. I'm just gonna tell you right now. I will not announce it if it's Jake. That's about
it. You got Yakoveta?
I did not. Actually, you know what the funny thing is? I don't know. Let me see how I tweet this.
It tweets itself. So once you take it, it tweets.
You got me.
Yeah.
You got me, Paul.
I got you.
Amber, you better get in line, honey, because everyone's crushing on me over on Twitter.
I was first.
That's because you did the poll first. Doesn't mean you were first. I mean, you know, in this kind of game, you don't want to be the first.
For a moment, I was like, just because I got to the poll first, and I was like, oh wait, no, just because I took the poll first. I was like, oh, got it, okay. I was like,
You took the poll first.
New headphones, don't judge me.
Oh yeah, how are you liking those new headphones? They seem pretty luxurious.
They are very nice.
How's the sound quality?
Fabulous. They're actually better after my computer died and rebooted. So I don't know.
Oh god, this is amazing.
I love that. When the show started, I had no idea what we were going to do. And I would arguably put this in the top 10 shows we've ever done on the PJ Campbell Network. And we've done like over 200 shows at this point.
And 2 hours later, we're going strong.
You got any more heathen off questions for us, Paul, before we get out of here?
I'm sure I could find one last one.
So, PJ, how did the show go tonight? Oh, the show went great. It was just 2 hours of Max and I dunking on each other.
Gotta find something good. I want to end on a big one, a good one, but I can't think of anything really worthy of
I always end on a big one.
Amber gets to the poll first. You end on a big one. This is our family-friendly content for the night.
Wait, Paul, did you just say that Amber is going to pull on the big one?
That's fitting.
Heathens.
Okay.
This is a great point. PJ can't say anything if he can't make it to his own show. Although the Unwind is really my show, but that's okay.
We actually told him to take the night off.
We didn't want him to bear witness to this chicanery.
Chicanery.
Yeah, he was sad, I think. This would have saddened him, I think, watching
Amber, I'll send you a dictionary so you can become more learned about the words I use.
Wow.
I have both a dictionary and a thesaurus. I have a pretty advanced vernacular. I just don't use it all the time because I don't need to be pretentious and bougie like someone else.
And I am a well-renowned loquacious cunt.
Oh, that is true. The most loquacious of the cunts.
Title of my first album, Loquacious Cunt. I would never be able to play it on the radio, but that's okay. I'm not going for radio money.
Album you want to play. I died.
Go for it.
I don't think album. Some kind of a musical question. So, album you would want to play on your happiest day, the one that you had to. You can only choose one album to play. On your
I already got it.
Go ahead.
The White Album by Weezer.
Why are you stealing my shit? It's the White Album by Weezer.
Really? Both of you?
Yeah.
by Weezer. Wow.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Yep. And the worst part is I was getting ready to say it's the White Album by Weezer, and he goes, I got one. It's the White Album by Weezer.
Did you know she was going to say that, Max?
You know.
Maybe.
You know.
Okay, to make it heatheny, best album to bonk with.
Best album to bonk with.
But I'll get to mine in a minute. Or maybe while you're thinking, the weirdest one that I do actually, it's weird only for a reason, is New Radicals album. Maybe you can Brainwash 2. The one album they had back in the late 90s. The reason why I do, yes, I am 80, Randy. I like saying bonk because that was the album. I lived with my roommate and my soon-to-be wife, or now wife. We always like had sex in each other's rooms, and that music always was playing when it was almost like a cue. So like when we came home, we heard that album playing, we knew that we had to like avoid the other person's room for a little bit. It was like our code word song, so to speak.
Are you having issues figuring it out?
I'm debating what direction I want to take it in.
Just say fuck. It's okay. You're right, Brandy. You're right. I should just say fuck.
Do you have an answer, Amber?
I'm thinking. I know what I'm looking for, but I have to figure out what the album is. Probably the Deftones White Pony album.
That's funny. That was Maxwell's exact answer.
No, it wasn't.
Let's say. It's tough.
Brandy. Hopefully you're fucking on your happiest day, so it's still the White Album by Weezer.
No, that's also fair.
That is also fair. Okay, how about I'll give you a song instead of a full album?
Okay.
Untitled by D'Angelo.
That's a good choice. A solid choice.
Or if we want to go for something a little different, Let's Get Down to Business to Defeat the Huns from Mulan.
Oh my, that's the most odd thing.
Because for those of you who are watching or listening or curious, I will make a man out of you.
Again, I go to the Deftones, Rosemary.
Noting it and filing it away.
Conversations in the Dark by John Legend is good too.
That would be good.
Wildest Dreams by Taylor Swift.
I couldn't do that one.
Magic by Colby Kelly. Banana Pancakes by Jack Johnson. What?
Nothing.
I have a whole list.
I'm listening. You want some of my list? I can give you a longer list.
Yeah, give a longer list.
Give you a longer list. It's okay. Let's see. What do we got?
Rhythm of Love by Plain White Tees.
Okay. Surprise Yourself by Jack Garrett. All I Wanted by Paramore. Oh Girl, You're the Devil by Mika.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
The Lion's Roar by First Aid Kit.
Never heard of that one.
Falling Away with You by Muse.
Ooh, that's one solid.
The Panic at the Disco cover of Into the Unknown from Frozen 2, because nothing sounds better than taking someone into the unknown with me. And, just to spice things up a little bit, how about Self-Control by Frank Ocean?
Ooh, another solid choice.
What about Fred Astaire by Jukebox Ghost?
It would be pretty good too.
That one's fun.
That one's real fun.
Real quick, I didn't realize you guys knew Jukebox the Ghost.
I love Jukebox the Ghost.
I never heard anybody ever talk about them, and I love Jukebox the Ghost.
Amber and I have talked about the song Fred Astaire by Jukebox the Ghost on multiple occasions.
Really? Wow.
Really?
That makes put a smile on my face. I love that. I love that band. Quite a bit. Obviously, given who I love, you can tell the influences, so it makes a lot of sense. It's definitely a very Queen-oriented band.
Okay, now, I'm glad you brought that up
Mhm.
because in just about any situation, you can't go wrong with Don't Stop Me Now.
That's absolutely true.
That was played at my wedding by a marching band.
Oh, my marching band. Very interesting.
See, Danny, this is why you will be there for the Ho Days.
Somebody has to be because it ain't gonna be me.
Danny is a great hoe. I love that.
If I were to make a list of my favorite hoes, Danny Ramirez would definitely be in the top 10.
Definitely. I'd even put her in top 5 hoes.
Woo! Paul, look at that.
Spicy, spicy hoe.
Hoe me the money.
Oh, me the money.
Woo!
Chill to Hodem. Or maybe Hode Action.
A new show.
Hode Action.
Adelia, I love you. I have no opinion on this or on any of this because I am simply uninterested.
See, and this is why I love this community, because in other communities, I would get taken away, and Danny's just like, I'm here for this honor. You can hoe me all day.
She understands what an honor is. Understands what an honor it is. Please name the other 9. Oh. Brandy said name the other 9 hoes. Name the other 9 hoes in this community? Do you have a top 10 list you could actually break down there, Max?
Of what?
I know. Well, like, okay, so wait. If we're
Hose.
talking about hoes, are we talking about like actual like hoes or schmo hoes?
I guess that's up to your own determination.
Because I already said that in terms of like schmo hoes who are on every show all the time and doing crazy things, it's you, it's me, Brandy's everywhere, Ikavetta's everywhere.
That's true. Danny's definitely in a lot of places. She didn't talk in the chat very much, but then when you bring her in, I know it's a successful show that I'm on, that Danny actually decides to talk in the chat because she doesn't like talking in the chat very much. So when she comes out and it's full force, that's
now, cool. Paul.
Yes.
I would just like to make this clear.
Mm-hmm.
There's only one reason why Danny is talking in the chat.
It's because of you.
It's because of me.
It's just because of me. Please.
Sometimes I will say outrageous shit about her just to get her to talk, just to see if she's watching.
Yeah.
And I'm fired. You can't fire me. You can try, but I'm a bad penny. I'll always turn up.
Yeah. Yeah.
True. I don't care if people don't want me. I'm the guy that's just going to hang around till the party's over. Everybody
Listen. We are proud to have you.
Aww. I think Brandy. I think Max is actually figuring it out now. I kind of see the wheels turning. The gears are spinning.
Oh, the rest of my top 10 hoes?
Yeah.
No, that's only for subscribers.
Oh, the only hoes?
Mm-hmm. Only foes.
Only foes. Okay. Fair enough. And when does that start?
May.
May. Okay.
Whistles and awkward.
After it happens after I have my first FCL match.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
Only stands. Dana.
I think on this note,
Is it
it's
time?
about time to wrap this up.
That sounds good.
So I'd like to just
my.
thank everyone who joined us tonight for our hoedown throwdown. For
That's
our
definitely what it was.
heathen off. Thank you for joining us, Paul, and for being the de facto host of this intense competition that, please, onlyfoes.com/Maxwell. Where can everyone find you online? What do you got to promote? What can you tell us about the upcoming FCL matches?
Okay, well, I can tell you that tomorrow night on Chilled Action, we do have The Boat, Brad Gilmore coming on, so we'll definitely be talking some FCL then with myself and Ms. Denny Ramirez, and of course, Billy Belford with Kelsey behind the scenes. We do have the big matches on Tuesday on the Schmodown Twitch channel. We got John the Outlaw Knight versus Nick Harley, and Kofi Outlaw versus Devon Stewart. So that should be a lot of fun and amusing. You can find me, thank you, Brandy. That's my Twitter. You can also find me on Action Industries and Scoundrels of the Force on PLD Projects. And finally, the last thing I do want to say about that, because I am on the show you mentioned earlier, the Suddenly Soundtracks Queen Innuendo on Wednesday, which I'm extremely excited about. That's going to be kind of like a preview of a show I do want to do on PLD Projects, where I'm going to do some short form content, which is, I know it's kind of something I say it's kind of hypocritical for me to say, because I don't think I have ever done short form content. Most shows I go on is around 2.5 hours. I'm going to try to do short form content where I go through every song in the Queen catalog, just talk about what they bring up some stories that I know about them, because I actually am obsessed with the band, so I have a lot of stories to tell. So if you ever want to go on a deeper dive with that, that should be starting on PLD Projects in the near future. I don't have a date yet. I'm figuring that stuff out, but yeah.
Now, Paul, I'd also just like to, without me adding any commentary to this, bring up this chat item.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then, Brandon, I guess you can't. Don't care what I have to say. No, I'll have to live with that. We actually worked out the first couple matches. Hopefully, we'll have another slate of matches that we're working on next. I'm hoping Max will be in that slate as soon as I find out. So that's more Brad than me at this point. I'm just the person who's going to be telling you. But I'll let you know as soon as I know. Actually, I'm sure Maxwell will tell you before I will, probably even. That was funny play. Funny.
All I'll say is put me in, coach. I'm ready to play.
Oh, I know you are. And
not only am I ready to play, I'm ready to destroy.
I was going to say, you came to win?
I did.
Yeah, I did.
Winning is the least of his thing. I think his domination is what he wants. He wants knockouts. He wants tapping out. He wants people crying, blood spilled, tears streaming everywhere.
Thank God this is happening online. Jeez.
That's true.
I don't even have to cut a promo now. I'm just going to clip this out.
I'll be right back. For you.
All right, Amber. And everyone at home, brace yourselves for what's about to happen.
Paul's was longer than mine. Don't even play.
Where
That's what
can
she
everyone
said
find you online? What do you got going on? Oh, well then.
David, can I get a theme? It's going to be the one where I beat Max's ass in front of everybody on the internet. Anyway, moving on. So,
real quick, before you do this plug, you always people always joke about how you have long plugs or whatever, yada yada yada.
They're really not that long.
Are you self-conscious about it or whatever? Just asking. Because
not really, because I don't really give a fuck what Maxwell has to say.
Because there is a time where I actually got a little self-conscious and I found myself like cutting short my plugs. Because I realized like I don't want to be.
I kind of dulled them down, and my own best friend tells me today, well, they were a little bit long. And I was like, I have a lot of stuff that I do. But it's fine. It's fine. I put my name in the chat. It's Takara Kanashi, TAKARAKANASHI. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Stereo, Letterboxd, Twitch, and LPR. You know, you wanted me to do this. Do you want me to continue, or do you want to keep being a bitch?
In order, the notion of keep being a bitch suggests that there's ever a moment in my life where I am not actively a bitch.
Perfect. So I'm on the gold standard on the Let's Get Ready network. I'm also on LGR Reviews, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and the Night Sisters. I'm also here on the PJ Campbell network, but I don't know. I might have to talk to PJ about this fucking cunt right here. And then I'm on for Video Drew. She's taking a break. There you go.
How about you? How about you, cunt?
Oh, well, you know where to find me.
Certainly do.
And that's all I got to say. So
All right.
thank you for joining us for this railless evening in which both Amber and Paul somehow managed to rail me over and over and over again. So as soon as we sign off, I am going to go ice my balls. I've been Maxwell Haddad. She's been Takara Kanashi. He's been PLD.
My name's Amber Coates.
It's all his fault. We will see you tomorrow for a watch along of Kong Skull Island, and be safe, wear your masks, and have a lovely rest of your Sunday evening.
Please leave this office.
Do we get any sort of souvenir?
Get out of my office!
I'll be back.
I gotta pay.
Throw me a frickin' bone here. I'm the boss. Need the info.
Shut the fuck up, Donnie.
Heavy is the head that eats the crayons. I'm gonna take a nap. See you in 10 hours.
Dude, I almost had you.
You almost had me. You never had me.
I like your style, dude.
End of line.
This pillow is fucking useless. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Box, the exciting show where we open a box and decide if the box rocks or if it's a box full of rocks.
I don't know if this is going to be a good episode.
This pillow is fucking useless shirt.
Yeah.